Get ready, because we're going to explore the hidden gems of Baltimore, Maryland. These top 5 best places to live are filled with charm and a strong sense of community. They have it all. Ready, set, go.
Let's go.
What's happening, folks? My name is Mark, and today's video is all about the top 5 best places to live in Baltimore, Maryland. I have no doubt, none, that 4 of the 5 best places will even surprise you. Because Baltimore, Maryland, a lot of people forget, besides the city center, it's made up of 5 awesome counties that surround Baltimore City itself. We are not wasting any time here. We're going to dive right in. Number 1 on the list for best places to live in Baltimore is Columbia. According to Money Magazine, it's number 1 in Maryland. Wallet Hub too. And how about this? Livability just named Columbia tops in all of America for 2023. Tops in America, Columbia, Maryland. How about that? Columbia is in fact part of the greater Baltimore area. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Anyway, number 1, why is it number 1? Education. Massive job market, safety, security, and diversity. And that's all according to Movado.com. Now, Columbia, Maryland is located in Howard County. It's balanced between Baltimore and Washington, D.C. How about that? It's a planned urban community by Baltimore's James Rouse. And he absolutely, when he designed Columbia, he crushed it. And I'll talk about some of the influence later on, how he designed it, what he came up with. But Columbia is made up of lakes, of parks, of trails, and it is absolutely aesthetically pleasing. This is gorgeous. Now, Columbia is 30 minutes from Baltimore. You're 40 minutes from D.C. You're 45 minutes from the largest estuary in America, and that's the Chesapeake Bay. Love that. From a highway standpoint, easy access out. You got 29 that runs north to south from Baltimore down to D.C. You got I-95 north to south. 10 to 15 minutes outside the city center of Columbia. And of course, you got 32 and 97, which will take you out to Annapolis, the state capital, and also the Chesapeake Bay. You have it all. Young adults, young mature families, active adults, retirees. You just got widespread diversity all through Columbia. Average income in Columbia is $113,000. Employers, you got Tenable, one of the largest cybersecurity firms in all of America. And of course, you got Howard Community College, MedStar, and of course, the guys weed whack, and I love that. You got Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab, and not too far down the road is the NSA, the National Security Agency, and Fort Meade, which hosts the Cyber Command Center for all of America. You got Lorien Health System, Microsystems, you got DC government jobs. And again, it's just massive. The opportunities out there from an employment standpoint. And of course, you got cybersecurity firms all through there and the Baltimore Peninsula. Education, Columbia's got a super high priority on education, the public school system. You can check that on niche.com and greatschools.org. But Centennial High, boom, Clarksville Elementary School. Again, check it out on greatschools.org. But Howard County schools are always tops in the state of Maryland. You got phenomenal. I got clients that flock there to be part of that public school system. Average rent, $1,500 to $1,900 a month. Average home, $399,000. It's going to be a townhome, 4 bedroom, 2 full baths. The single family home is really starting at $450 range for a single family home. But you got condos, townhomes, single family homes that we just talked about. Now, Columbia, it's made up of 10 distinct villages. Some of them, like Owen Brown, features Lake Elkhorn. Love that. Oakland Mills got a dynamite park there that you can plug into. And of course, River Hill. Love River Hill. River Hill is no joke. So from a medical standpoint, of course, you got Howard County Medical Center, and that is part of Johns Hopkins Hospital. I can just drop the mic there and just leave it on the table. That just says enough as far as the medical and the healthcare that you can get. My feel is that, look, Columbia is the perfect suburban environment. Because again, you're close to DC, you're close to Baltimore. They're focused on family, and the community has all kind of events. You got super high priority on education that we talked about. You have the Columbia Parks and Recreation has well over 123 trails that they maintain, 4,600 miles. They got 6 to 7 different lakes throughout the Columbia area. That's why it makes that aesthetically beautiful. You got a great mall, the mall in Columbia. Meriwether Post Pavilion is also in Columbia. They attract world-renowned talent for concerts and all that good stuff. And of course, Toby's Dinner Theater, which is one of my favorites. I'm a long guy. He's cool. Anyway, if you get bored, if you want to plug into, You can plug into Columbia, but if you get bored, you go down to DC. You got anything you want, you can plug into. Of course, Baltimore, restaurants, activities, sporting events, and of course, or you can head 40 minutes down to the Chesapeake Bay, and you can plug into Sandy Mount State Park, which is awesome. So that's Columbia, folks. Number one for a reason. Number two on the list for best places to live in Baltimore, Maryland. How about this? You will not expect it. Havre de Grace. Now, Havre de Grace is located in Harford County, north of Baltimore. I'm telling you, Havre de Grace is an absolute hidden treasure. It's located right along the Susquehanna River, and that's the upper western shore of the Chesapeake Bay. I'm telling you, Havre de Grace, several clients have moved up there, and it's just from an affordability standpoint, it is an absolute touchdown. Now, the community of Havre de Grace is all about the water, the boating, the fishing. It has a historic downtown. We'll talk about that in a second. And it also has that promenade right on the Susquehanna River. Love that. Now, Havre de Grace is 40 minutes from Baltimore, 40 minutes from Wilmington, Delaware, hour from Philly, from Philadelphia, and you're 2 hours from the Delaware beaches. So a lot of people work in Philly, they live in Havre de Grace because of affordability. Young families, active adults, you got retirees living up there because, again, the affordability. Average income in Havre de Grace is $86,000. So, boom. Main employers, you got APG, Aberdeen Proving Ground, Hartford Memorial Hospital, Upper Chesapeake, and of course you got a cyber security corridor there in Harford County. So there's plenty of opportunities up there from an employment standpoint. I didn't mention it before, but the state of Maryland has a 1.6 unemployment rate. That's crazy. Anybody that wants a job can find a job. You want to plug into Philadelphia, work up there, God bless you. But the thing is, there's plenty of jobs in the Baltimore area. The public school systems, several schools are ranked high. You can check that out on niche.com. Average rent, and I love this about Havre de Grace because it's about affordability. It's $900 to $1,300 a month. That's what Baltimore's all about, affordability. Average home price, $293,000 will get you a 3-bedroom, 2 full-bed townhome, and even the single families are starting at right around $440 in that range for a 4-bedroom, 2,000 square foot with a garage. Now again, that's bang for the buck, Havre de Grace. Communities up there, something you want to check out. Bayview, Grace Harbor. I have a couple clients that recently bought in Greenway Farms. It's a brand new development up there. Lovely. Medical standpoint, you got Hartford Memorial Hospital, Chesapeake Medical Center, and Bel Air's there. And of course, you got world-renowned 40 to 45 minutes down the road at Johns Hopkins Hospital. My field, I love the main street up there in Havre de Grace. And a lot of people just don't know anything about Havre de Grace, but it's got the shops, it's got the restaurants, it's got that promenade walk that I talked about. You got Concord Point Lighthouse. You got a couple awesome parks up there in Tidings Park. And of course, Susquehanna has a state park. It's just, the bang for the buck and the massive job market make Havre de Grace an absolute touchdown. So no wonder it's ranked right there in the top 5 as far as best places to live in Baltimore. So we get calls and emails every single day from people just like you. And we love it. I love it. I truly do. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days or 120 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Moving about or relocating to a new area, that's going to be the biggest investment you will ever make. And we got you covered. I got this. Number 3 on the list for best places to live in Baltimore, Maryland is Roland Park. We're going urban here, folks, all day long. I love Roland Park. It's located in North Baltimore. Roland Park, to me, is the cherry on top of the cake from the urban style living standpoint. According to Movado.com, and a lot of people don't know this, Roland Park is 65% safer than any other part of Baltimore. Boom. Spotcrime.com, you can check that out. On spotcrime.com, it's always a great resource for any of these areas. But Roland Park, it's a historic area. It was the first planned urban community in America, and it gave influence to James Rouse when he built and designed Columbia. It's an affluent area. What I love about Roland Park, though, is the tree-lined streets, these huge sycamores and oaks and wide thoroughfares, and they just have winding streets, open space, it's green, beautiful gardens. You're 15 minutes in Roland Park from the heart of Baltimore, 25 minutes from BWI Airport. Now, the community, for the most part, is made up of estates and single-family homes. It does have condos, such as the Roland Park Place or Falls at Roland Park. Tuscany, Canterbury is where a lot of my clients have bought for their children, attending Hopkins. The units in there, 24-hour security. They got concierge. Tuscany Canterbury is a home run. Average rent, $1,900 to $4,000 a month. The average home price in Roland Park is give or take a little bit above that, $700,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2 full bath. Plenty of shopping is at your convenience in Roland Park. You got giant foods that are there. And of course, Baltimore renowned Eddie's at Roland Park. Their chicken salad is just right on. It's hard to make good chicken salad, but I love Eddie's. Medical standpoint, you got GBMC, you got St. Joseph's, but right in your backyard is Johns Hopkins Hospital. So it's all right there. Restaurants aplenty. You're not that far from the Inner Harbor and plugging into the main central business district. But you got Petit Louis, you got Johnny's, massive burgers and oysters. Of course, you got Shirley's bookstore. And you got to go to Shirley's that's a Baltimore institution. You got to check out their breakfasts and their coffees. Unbelievable. You got Sherwin Gardens during the spring. 50,000 tulips on display. Gorgeous. The Silburn, Arboretum. How about that? I said it. Practice that word all day long. But anyway, you got Baltimore Museum of Art right there. You got Walter's Art Gallery further down. So you got art. You got the Enoch Pratt has a branch there in Roland Park. They even have a civic club for garden clubs and block parties. It's a very tight community. Any one of these ones we're talking about are very tight communities, but Roland Park especially. What's cool about Roland Park, the universities, Johns Hopkins, College of Notre Dame, Loyola, so from theater to lectures, you can plug into that if you want to go back to school or in school. Check out Roland Park, and there's different universities. My field, look, I worked my way through high school and college painting with my older brother. We painted a lot of houses throughout the Roland Park area. And it's just, look, I grew up in Reisterstown, a split foyer, and just seeing those houses, those estates, and the thoroughfares, it just was classy. And even to this day, it's just a classy place to live. It's beautiful, and it took me away a lot to really go out there and reach for and dream about how I wanted to design my life. So Roland Park, boom, cherry on the cake, baby. Number 4 on the list for best places to live in Baltimore, Maryland, no doubt, is Ellicott City. Now, Ellicott City is located in Howard County. It's west of Baltimore, 25 minutes from Baltimore. You're 25 minutes from the main airport, BWI Airport, which is always affordable. You're 30 minutes from the National Security Agency, and of course, the Fort Meade Cyber Command. I always reference that because the opportunities throughout that area, defense contractors and what have you. And you're 50 minutes from D.C., if that. Now, Ellicott City is all about a historic charm. It's got probably one of the prettiest main streets in all of Maryland. You got antique shops. You got historic landmarks there. You got restaurants. They got it all. They got a great furniture store, too. Casa. Love that place. And, of course, trains roll through that Main Street area every single day. Kids can always put pennies on the tracks and explore that and have fun with that. Average rent in Ellicott City, $1,800 to $2,200 a month. Average home price, though, you got to pay to play. $578,000 is going to get you a 4-bedroom, 2 full bath, garage included in that price. Quality. Look, this is Howard County. Ellicott City is very focused on having excellent public schools. A couple of them, Worthington Elementary School, and also Manorwood Elementary School. But you check out the schools, niche.com. A lot of my clients moving to Ellicott City for number one reason, the schools. Unbelievable. Ellicott City, according to New Home Source, is one of the safest communities in the greater Baltimore area. Boom. Love that. Ellicott City, though, a lot of people don't realize that it's all about cultural diversity. They have various restaurants with different cuisines, of course, but the highlights, of course, big influence from Korean Americans and also Indian Americans, but they just have cultural festivals all throughout the year. Very diverse community. Kids will love this. There's a place called Clayground right off of Main Street. A lot of my nieces and nephews go there. I took my kids there when they were younger. They love that because they can get with their hands with the clay. Anyway, but Ellicott City, look, my take, I love the Main Street. We go there every day after Thanksgiving. We're going there in a couple weeks. Love that area just to stroll. Centennial Lake is not too far away. 325-acre park with over 7 miles of trails. You got Patapsco Valley State Park, has over 14,000 acres that you can hike, you can walk, you can mountain bike, you can just get lost. They even have this. They got a swinging bridge there at Patapsco Valley State Park. Love that. My dad used to take me there all the time. Anyway, high demand in Ellicott City because of the education, the safety, the diversity. Again, you got to pay to play. It ain't cheap. But it's awesome. It's a great dynamite community. Look, My number one goal is to showcase every inch of Baltimore and the greater Baltimore area through our videos so you have a complete understanding of the best area that fits your lifestyle. This is about you. If you're moving about or relocating to Baltimore, Maryland or the Baltimore suburbs, then subscribe. Tap the bell so you're the first to know about the current market here in Baltimore. Nothing but the truth. Number one on the list in my mind, but number 5 for best places to live in Baltimore is Annapolis. This is according to Movado.com. I could put Annapolis number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Love Annapolis. Located in Anne Arundel County, southeast from Baltimore. It's right on the Chesapeake Bay. That tells you everything about Annapolis right there. Annapolis is the state capital of Maryland, and of course it's the home to the Naval Academy. Annapolis, a lot of people don't realize this, they should, but Annapolis is the sailing capital of America. Boom, love that. Downtown area is historic. At one time or another, it was the nation's capital. There's a lot of history all through Annapolis. And of course, again, as I mentioned, it's the state capital of Maryland today. Lots of history. There's shops, there's restaurants, you name it. One thing about Annapolis, you're tucked away, but there's easy access out to the main highways. The main route is 50. It goes east to west. That takes you to Baltimore, or BWI Airport's only 30 minutes away. Baltimore's only 40 minutes away. You have the NSA Fort Meade, of course, 40, 45 minutes away. You're 45 to 50 minutes away from DC. So, love this too. Here comes my Baltimore accent. You're 2 hours away from the ocean. Love that. Annapolis is a community that's it's all about the water lifestyle. It's all about the tranquility. It's all about the boating, the fishing, the crabbing, the paddleboarding, the golf. It's just an awesome, awesome community. Young adults, active adults, retirees, you name it, the community's made up of any aspect of those parties that I just mentioned. Average income, over $92,000 a year in the Annapolis area. So it's a little bit more affluent. Main employers in the Annapolis area, you got Anne Arundel Medical Center, you got Air Rink that specializes in transportation engineering. NSA in Fort Meade, I mentioned that, not too far away. And of course, you got defense contractors in Howard County and Baltimore, cyber security firms. Again, massive job market in the Baltimore area. Federal government jobs down in DC. You got state of Maryland government jobs. Again, 1.6% is our unemployment. Massive, massive job market in the Baltimore area. The schools in Annapolis, they're no joke. They typically rate very well. West Annapolis Elementary School is the #1 school in Anne Arundel County, but you check that out on greatschools.org or check it out on niche.com. Average rent in Annapolis can range anywhere from $1,500 to $2,200 a month. Average home price, check this out, $428,000 for a townhome. That's a 3-bedroom, 2 full bed. Annapolis is going to be predominantly made up of condos and townhomes, cottages, and single-family homes. The communities, some of the lovely communities in the Annapolis area, one is Eastport. Love Eastport. You talk about cottages and quaint. Check out Eastport. You also have Arundel on the Bay, Hillsmere Shores. A lot of my clients live in Hillsmere because they're close to the water. They have water access. Same with Bay Ridge, another dynamite community. The main medical center there in Annapolis, you got Arundel Medical Center is the main go-to. And of course, you're 45 minutes up the road from Johns Hopkins Hospital, world-renowned, at your disposal. Great benefit living in the Baltimore area. My field, look, I love Annapolis. I told you, number one. Annapolis is just, you're tucked away. You're right up against the Chesapeake Bay. You're right there. You got the Naval Academy, St. John's College. You have everything at your disposal. You can plug into DC, plug into Baltimore. It's just a great area to raise a family. I live in Hunt Valley, North Baltimore County now. I do see myself one day living down in that Annapolis area. It's got the historic dock. It's got Ego Alley where all the captains come in with their boats and make that infamous turn. There's the Naval Academy to plug into for events, sporting events. Spend a day there in the fall watching Navy football will send you to the moon. Love that. Annapolis Sailing School's right there. Plenty of golf. Of course, you got South River Golf. So, whatever your pleasure is, it's there. What's even better about Annapolis, you're 20 minutes from the Eastern Shore. You get over the bridge, the Bay Bridge. You can get lost for a day on the Eastern Shore. And, of course, you're 2 hours from the ocean. Love that. Oh, my God. Spend a day down the beach or go down there. It's just right there. One thing for certain, Baltimore and the greater Baltimore area has what you're looking for. Whether it's from a water lifestyle or the suburban or urban country, I'm telling you, most importantly, it's affordable. The greater Baltimore area is all about affordability and that massive, massive job market. And we're going to talk more about that. But that next video up is the top 7 most affordable suburbs to live in Baltimore. We're covering it all. Love you, Baltimore.